Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Angelo Christian. It's a beautiful Saturday, and just wanted to come reach out to you. I'm heading up to one of the charities that I support for an orphanage here in Houston, and for homeless children, boys and girls. And then I do a mentoring and coaching every Saturday, and I'm just heading up there right now, and just want to reach out to everyone. And I think that it's so important that part of your life that you give back as much as you can to in any type of cause or mission, and it's tied into the Angelo Christian Foundation, which we've started to help children, leaving no children left behind, so they can realize their dreams and their goals in their life, because there's so many struggling families out there and children. Like when I grew up, it was very tough, and there was times where we didn't have money to eat or money for food, and it's like what Les Brown talks about, that the richest people are in the graveyard, and so many dreams and aspirations never realized because of lack of resources, or lack of capital and lack of connections. But really it all comes down to like Tony Robbins says, you're not really so much what you don't have, is your lack of resourcefulness. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to, how far are you willing to go? How hard are you willing to push to get what you really want? Because there's people that come over to this country that have nothing, that build empires, and there's people here that have genius IQ, and they're not doing anything with their life. So this is one thing that I wanted to do with my life, is with the Angelo Christian Foundation, is to help give back, in any way that we can, whether it's supporting them psychologically, emotionally, financially, with books, learning, access to university, or whatever we need to do, because it's not fair that these children are brought into the universe, and then now their parents didn't want them anymore, or they got pulled apart because of unhealthy relationship or whatever. And so these kids still deserve a chance, especially if they're younger, and they just need the right guide. It's so true that the 5 people that you associate with are going to ultimately determine what a lot happens with your future. So if you're hanging around the wrong crowd, whether that's your parents or friends, you're gonna end up in that direction. And it's a subconscious thing, and you might argue with me and say no, but science shows that that's the truth. It's the case. It was for me when I was growing up. You guys know my story. I was 200 pounds overweight, and we grew up in a household with everything was food, and eating, and not planning for the future. And and that was the manifestation, the destiny of that. So and then I got around and started to study mentors like Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and my life changed, because I saw it was a different way of thinking. So I want to give back to these children and hopefully inspire them, and press upon them new ideas, new ways to look at themselves, because ultimately, and it's like what Grant Cardone and what we all know, is you have to sell yourself first and believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then nothing's ever going to happen, and a lot of it comes with our inner conversation that we have in our mind. And if you have self-doubt that you can't do it, then yeah, that's what's going to happen, because we become what we think about. And if you're thinking bad thoughts, or you're thinking negative, then that's what you're going to see. If you're thinking good things and positive things, then that's what you're going to see. So and but you have to learn. I think you have to learn that. I don't know if people are born with that, especially depending on the environment that you're brought up in. I talk to people all the time that they don't believe that they can own a house because all these things happen, because this happened in their life and this happened, their credit. Someone else, the bank told them they didn't qualify. Their cousin said that you need a 700 credit score. Or like we built Mortgage University to train and coach people how to become top producers. And what we see, the biggest thing is why people fail, because they don't have the proper coaching, mentoring, and teaching how to become successful with real estate and mortgage. And one of the things that we're, great at is educating people, teaching them, and that's what the platform does. So that way you can, make an abundance of income and also help families and, close on real estate deals. Real estate is something that's going to be here forever. Whether you have technology changing things, people are going to need a place to live. And so buying housing and the baby boom society, people are always going to want to buy a home, and getting into real estate's a great thing. So that's one of the big things that we really push is, hey, learn real estate, master real estate, and your income can skyrocket. And you don't have to quit your day job in the beginning, but inevitably, I was talking with a realtor yesterday, and he's struggling. His broker doesn't help him. He hasn't closed any sales, and we're in April 2018. It's 4 months into the year, and and he's sitting here looking at my team that is just ridiculously busy closing monster business, and he's scratching his head, and so trying to figure out what to do. And so and he's very hungry for success, wants to grow and expand. So we're going to bring him in and coach him and teach him how to become a top producer, and he's going to train on the platform. And his drive, the guy's working as a realtor from 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night, and then at night he does a night job to pay for his life because he's not making it in real estate yet. And that's what you see it's so prevalent in the industry, is that you don't have a coach, you don't have a trainer, you don't have anyone to show you the way, because it's such a complex space. And that's one of the things that what we really do with Mortgage University is really teach and educate people on how to be successful, the hacks, the shortcuts, understanding the business. So if you guys are out there and you think that you deserve better what you do, all of us are special and God's gifts. And if you want more out of your life, it's good to tap into a network, so that way you can learn, expand, and grow and live the life that you want to live. Because at the end, remember, you only get one life. There's only one life. You get one go around that we know of. And there could be more lives out there after that, but this life, make the most of it, max out. Do whatever you can to take your life to 10x, 100x, whatever, right? And so that same thing, if you're, looking to, buy real estate, whether you're a first-time buyer or you're an investor or whatever, the thing is that if you're on the fence, it's because something is inside of you that doesn't think it's possible, but it is possible. You can do whatever you want to do, and I'm a living testament of that. When I was 18 years old, I had a heart attack from being overweight, lost all the weight, grew up with nothing, and was able to build, our company that we have now. And so anything's possible. And it's not just with me. You see this with people all the time. You look at, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. The list goes on and on and on and on. But it takes a lot of work. I work my butt off, but what else are you going to do? The time is going to pass anyway. And if you love what you're doing, it's not going to feel like work. And if you can control your emotions in your mind, then you're gonna love it, right? You're gonna embrace the work. You're gonna embrace the discipline, because that's you growing stronger. That's what Tim Grover, he was the coach or the trainer for Michael Jordan and Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant. And that's one of the biggest things he talked about, was you grow from pain. You really grow from pain, and you need that pain to take you to the next level, right? And it's just like anything else. I mean, you grow from going through those struggles and those trials. It helps to build up your muscle, just like when you lift weights. You know, it's painful, but you put on the muscle. You put on it feels like pain, but that's the weakness leaving the body, right? The pain, the weakness is leaving the body, and you're getting stronger. And then you learn to discipline your mind, and even though your mind's fighting you like crazy, you take control. And you know, it's one of the things that Stephen Covey talks about. You know, is that there's a gap between the stimulus and the response, and you get to, in that gap, you have the freedom to choose how you want to feel about something. You know, you don't have to feel a certain way just because you were conditioned or your parents told you this, or you know, oh, you need to have 20% down to buy a house, or you can't get a house because you know you've only been at your job this long, or you have a 600 credit score. It's all nonsense. You know, and you have to open up your mind and change if you want your life to change. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to be back again next week with some great shows, some great episodes. You know, we just launched our new show, Talk with Angelo. That's every Friday at 12 p.m. live. You get to call in and ask me questions, whatever you want to talk about related to, you know, bettering yourself, the future, real estate investments, mortgage, credit, all that stuff. So thank you all so much. I hope everyone's doing great out there. Remember, make the most of yourself. You know, don't waste any time. Stay focused on your goals, your dreams, and we'll see you guys out. Take care. All right, bye-bye.